What is going on, everybody? Welcome back into the first Celtics Talk Weekly post-game show. I am your host, Robbie Haytayan. Joined with me are my three amazing co-hosts, Andrew Quinn, Seamus Zarlingo, and Justin Lowe. Guys, the Boston Celtics are officially back. They took on the Memphis Grizzlies tonight in their first preseason action of the 2025-2026 NBA season. They picked up the W, guys, 121-103. Obviously, tonight we did not get to see Anthony Simons in his new threads alongside Peyton Pritchard and Amias Queta. Those three players were out, guys, but the Boston Celtics, they're back. They picked up an impressive win on the road in their first game. You guys know the drill here. Our initial thoughts, reactions, and takeaways for the first Celtics W of the 2025-2026 campaign.
I mean, high intensity, fast pace, things that we've heard this past month, these past 2 weeks in training camp, kind of indecisive of the direction of where this team is going. Obviously, just one preseason game. A lot of key guys were out in this one for the Celtics as well as Memphis Grizzlies. But let me tell you this, this was a very, very good first game. Even if the Celtics G League guys had blown it at the end, which it was looking like they were going to, this was still a very, 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 very good game. And this is definitely a step in the right direction. Obviously, with the way things ended last season and the moves that had to be made in the offseason due to salary cap, the Celtics lost a lot of talent, but they also brought a lot of talent back in. And we saw that talent on display tonight. And boys, the Celtics are back, and we're back. And we have a lot to talk about. We'll kind of give our initial thoughts on the game, but we do have a lot of things to dive deep on. But, from a perspective of not knowing what to expect, there's probably going to be rust. Jaylen Brown getting knee surgery. Derek White had to run point. Simons and Pritchard a late scratch tonight. Everything worked for the Celtics tonight and more as they blew out the Memphis Grizzlies on the road to open up their preseason.
My goodness. We're back. We're back. I mean, we're back on postgame. And not only are we back, the Boston Celtics are back as well. And of course, they mark our being back as well. But the Celtics tonight, I mean, could we have seen a more perfect game from this particular Celtics squad after what happened over the summer? I mean, the punk rock Celtics are back. The punk rock Celtics, all right? I mean, we gotta get out all the rock music for this Celtics team, because this Celtic team clearly has and owns a chip on their shoulder this season.
Right.
100%. We saw it already in this game. Chris Boucher getting into a little tiff, Jaylen Brown, a little shoving match there, and the Celtics just overall playing with effort, intensity, as if this were a more meaningful game than just the first preseason game. I mean, you think about the last two seasons, and particularly last season after the team won the title, everything seemed to be a ramp up, right? Everything seemed to be a ramp up. Now it seems like the Celtics have a bunch of young guys who are ready to play. Will it be the best play we've ever seen? Will it be the most skillful play we've ever seen out of the Boston Celtics? Absolutely not, but the effort and the energy and the intensity is going to be there with this team all season long. And I think the tone was set for that tonight in Memphis. Memphis, of course, rolled out a roster that included basically, I mean, most of their rotation was out tonight. So, I mean, the Celtics came in with the better roster. Again, no Simons. Well, let's state this. No Simons tonight, no Pritchard, no Queta. And that even brings thought as to what this team could look like with those three players. Obviously, Memphis, the roster dwindled to a point where they were not very competitive at all at any point in this game tonight. I mean, the Celtics, they grabbed a 10-point lead early on and just built off it for the entire game, as we'll eventually see in the lead tracker later on. But the Celtics, they never waned from them in this game. The Grizzlies didn't roll out a competitive roster, and we are starting to see the first returns on this team, and so far so good. However, there's more competition to be played in the future, more games to be had, and of course more players to be inserted in lineups, whether it's the Celtics opponent or the Celtics lineup themselves. But after tonight's performance, I mean, we could get into individual performances and both ends of the floor, but overall, a 121-103 win for the Celtics to start out their preseason journey and this 25-26 journey. I mean, it was about as perfect as one could have scripted it for this team after everything that happened this summer. I mean, the dismantling of the championship team. It's now turned into this. It's almost like it feels like 16-17 again in a sense, where it's the nobody believes in us Celtics. That's where the Celtics are. And I think tonight may show this team is ready to fight that narrative and fight that uphill battle.
Yeah, I agree, and I think the key word in that is fight, because we have a lot of these young guys coming in from teams that maybe they didn't necessarily prove themselves fully and show their true capabilities, and now we have the Celtics roster. Now they have the opportunity on this team to do that. So I think there's going to be a lot of guys playing with chips on their shoulder, trying to prove to the league that they are something. And in turn, that actually gives the Celtics an advantage across the league, because we have guys that are coming in daily just ready to fight and prove something. So I really like that. And I think also having a lot of we have a lot of versatility. We have a lot of different guys that bring different things to the table. So we can really insert people into lineups. We can give people opportunities to perform, and we can play around with different lineups and kind of seek out potential and see what they bring to the table. So I'm very excited with how it went, and I think that there's a lot of good things to take from tonight.
You guys summed it up pretty well. Didn't know what to expect too much coming in tonight. Obviously, no Simons, no Pritchard, no Keita. Those are potentially three of the key pieces to the Celtics core rotation. But guys, I'm telling you what, couple guys off the bench today got me really, really, really excited. And we're going to get into more of it. But my overall takeaway was that from a defensive standpoint, this is a team now that is kind of been deemed to have some problems. This is a team that not many people see as a great defensive team, but the hands were active in the energy. Seamus, and I mean, all of you guys, all three of you guys all said it. It was the high energy. You could have told me this was a regular season game, right? You could have put me in a room and said, I had nothing, no idea what's going on. Say, watch this game. What game of the season do you think this is? I said, game 52, maybe. And I mean, like, the energy was very, very there. And I love that from a first game of a preseason. So very, very pleased with that. I thought Brown looked great. I thought all the things you wanted to see, I think, out of these guys, you saw. With that comes our first lead tracker. And I'm so excited to say it, guys.
Back.
But the Sea of Green is so back. The Sea of Green has never been so back, guys. Tonight, the largest lead of the game comes from the Boston Celtics, 29. They had it up there in that third quarter until eventually the third squad, maybe even the fourth squad came in, and Memphis kind of chipped away at that lead. But again, the largest lead of the game for the Memphis Grizzlies was just a measly 3 points.